Hello and welcome to Property Banter. I'm Tom Barron, coming to you from the RateMyAgent offices. Joining me on the show, Russell Cambridge, Director of Biggin & Scott Richmond. A big welcome back to Mark Armstrong, and for the first time on the panel, Regina McInnes, Owner and Director of McInnes Property Management. Welcome, Regina. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, Tom.
That'll do.
There you go.
Tiny Tom.
So my girlfriend calls
Don't
me.
worry, he'll laugh at my name later. I was the first to set up a purely residential leasing and management company, no sales. Was told I'd go broke, but
Who told you
I
you'd
showed
go
them.
broke?
My old boss.
Your old boss?
One of them.
Wow.
How
But
many
it was-
years ago?
22 years ago.
Oh, well done. Great
Yeah.
work.
Now, Mark, I believe you've been flogging Regent across America. What's the story
Regent?
with that?
Yeah,
Regent?
no, I've spent a month in the United States. It's a lovely country. A lot of food.
Yeah.
Their servings of
how long
food.
have you been away now? 4, 5 kilos?
5 kilos.
Was it really business you were doing in the States or pleasure?
Well, in fairness, I had 3 weeks. There we go. Okay, so that's my family. That's my son, my 2 sons. Have I got all my family there? Look at my eldest son there sitting next to me. What's he doing? He's really freaking out. I don't know what Jack's doing.
Saw a reflection of
They're
his
all,
father, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Who took that bloody photo and put that up? That's
No, it's
bullshit.
grotesque. Now for a change of pace. On Property Banter, we've often spoken about how hard it is to buy your first home. I know firsthand, being a renter myself with 2 young kids, trying to get into the market. Now let's have a look at this. Here's a recent headline from news.com. Young Australians have given up on ever buying their own home. All right, so you guys are at the coalface. What is your experience at the moment like with first-timers out there?
Well, no doubt it's daunting, but it's achievable. There's property out there.
Yeah, no, it is really hard, and it's really hard for first-time buyers to work out the right location, the right type of property. And we've got thousands of hours, years and years of experience on this panel. So we have got a special competition for first-time buyers. It's called Property Banter Entourage. So let's have a look and see what it's all about.
For the first time ever, our 3 experts will combine their 60 years experience to help one person buy their first home. If you're a first-time buyer, tell us in 150 words or less why the Property Banter Entourage team should help you. So just tell us your stories, your situations and your dreams about owning your first home. We'll give you advice, support and feedback on properties to help you become a smarter, better buyer. And you'll see it all right here on the show, so other first-time buyers can reap the rewards as well. To enter, go to propertybanter.com.au. The competition is open to first home buyers in and around Melbourne. After all, that's where we do our best work. Tell your friends and enter today. Let's make that first home happen.
So get on board, come to the website, propertybanter.com.au, and you can get some advice from Russell and Tabitha and myself. And you can even sit down, have a beer with Tommy. I'm not sure how much advice Tommy can give, but he can probably pour a very good beer, and you'll get something else thrown in. You'll get Russell, the Rusty Cambridge, will do something for free. He's never done anything for free in his life. So, hey, that's a special bonus. So get your applications in, and good luck.
I look forward to it.
This is where we get our judge duty on and hand down our verdict for the latest real estate articles in the media this week. If we find an article guilty for whatever reason, we'll swipe right. And if not, left. Tinder style. All right, ready panel? First headline. The builder shortage is changing Victoria's housing market with a push for prefab.
Well, look, I think this has been around forever and a day, and I think it's a great way to do some affordable building. Hey, most of Richmond was originally, all those little timber cottages, they were prefab. They lived in these little boxes that are still here today. No, this is good.
The biggest problem we've got is a shortage of skilled labour. You know, back in the 40s, 50s and 60s, we had the £1 POMs and we had the Maltese and the Italians and the Greeks, and we had all these people come into Australia who were providing affordable labour. We don't have that
I think
anymore.
you mean
We don't
cheap labour, don't you?
affordable, cheap, whatever you want to call it, cheaper labour.
Well, we don't need all the brickies against us. What are you doing?
The CFMEU has negotiated on certain government sites moving forward that the minimum pay for labourers will be $150,000 per annum. So bring on the prefabs, I say.
Okay, fantastic. Regina, what are you thinking?
I'm right. I'm hearing about people that are going to China to buy kitchens. So, you know, that's sort of prefab, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it is.
Yeah.
Flat pack houses.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. I'm a right. It will push towards, you know, cheaper construction methods, which is prefab.
All right. Well, I think we're all in agreement. So everyone can do it together. Ready?
Yeah.
There we go. Catching on quick, Regina. Next headline. Fussy buyers snub houses that don't present well.
Well,
Absolutely 100% correct.
Oh no, bullshit! It's not. It's
Absolutely
not right.
100% correct.
Nah, wrong. And I'll tell you why it's wrong.
Tell us.
Well, no, it's right. I mean, look, stupid people will snub houses that don't present well. But
May I apologise
Yeah,
now
but
to all you buyers out
aren't
there who are
some
buying
stupid
well-done
people fussy?
houses?
No,
Take it
well,
back.
What they focus on and what they should focus on are things that they can't change. You can't change the location, you can't change the size of the land, you can't change the orientation of the land, you can't change those sorts of things.
So all
Yeah,
you
but-
agents out there, you're doing it wrong. All of those agents, just like us, who dress up a house, get a house painted, get the park carpet redone, furnish the properties, we're doing it wrong.
Regina.
Well, that's like saying, well, don't worry about getting professional photos. Just get your little iPhone out there and take a photo.
Okay, let me pose this question to you. Would you buy a beautifully renovated house that's absolutely perfect if it was under a freeway?
Fussy.
And it was, you had a freeway? No, you wouldn't. So
No, you wouldn't. But I reckon a lot of the buyers would.
Really?
because
You
you've
really-
presented it
Yeah,
here,
they're so
and
busy.
you've created this dream
So
for
you'd
them.
really-
They
so
can
do you
imagine
think
themselves
they'd-
in there. You're putting them in that
Yeah,
space.
But if
They-
it's
they
covered
can't
by a
imagine
freeway,
it.
there's
They
a
can't
free.
imagine-
Guys,
under
guys,
a freeway.
guys, please. This is a panel. We're supposed to be friends. We can all agree that Mark's obviously extremely wrong today.
I disagree.
Regina,
I agree.
you agree? So 2 against 1. Again.
Idiots.
Next headline. Limit Airbnb to certain areas to balance the market, says expert.
Well, this guy's not a bloody expert.
I was going to say, Russell, when did you say this? Is Airbnb a competition to you? How do you feel about that?
I was nervous about it to start with, but it hasn't had a huge impact. We've had clients want to do Airbnb. They've realised it's hard work. They don't have the people power behind them to go and clean the houses and whatever else. Yes, you can outsource that. But once they realise they're going to have all this unoccupied period, as opposed to those couple of days or weeks where they're going to get a great rent, it's easier for them to set and forget.
I take it you agree, Russell.
Spot on. But I tell you what I don't agree with is all this restriction. Who's to say, we're not in a communist state, let free market determine where.
Yeah.
All right.
What it's really talking about is places like holiday areas. You still need, you know, people to work in hospitality and those sorts of places in Byron Bay and coastal areas. So you do need rental accommodation.
We all agree?
Which way is that? That's that way. All
Do it
agree.
together. What are you doing? You've been nothing but trouble all night. We're doing it together. Ready? We
All
all
right, ready?
agree.
All right, agree.
Good. The Property Tycoon app is the app from RateMyAgent where you can tip on a home auction results Australia-wide and be in the running to win $5,000 at the end of the season. Mark, give us a walkthrough.
Yeah, so the last property we tipped on, Regina, you haven't seen this one, so we're going to ask your opinion as to what you think it's worth. It's a property that was in Mordialloc at Unit 1 at 41 Elliott Street, Mordialloc. It was quoted at $850,000 to $930,000 was the quote range.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I was actually thinking 850, so I'm at the bottom end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that where you're at? 850?
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
I
want?
think so.
Oh, okay. So we're going to have a look at the tips. Russell, 930,000. Tabitha, 910. Mark, 950. Well, so we're all very close. Tommy's probably at 2.8. That wasn't far off. So, as I understand it, it did pass in, but it sold straight after, and it sold for $895. So Russell, Mark, and Tab, we all won the tip, and Regina, you won the tip as well. Tommy,
Slow market.
loser. So let's take a look at the leaderboard. Russell's coming first. Well done. I am rooting for you because I would like to donate the money to Heart Kids. And also congratulations to last week's weekly winner who will get the Gold Class movie tickets. I can't believe you're in front of me. How are you in front of me?
Just know a bit more about the real estate game, mate. Try to keep up. Every now and then we get Russell to go through his little black book and turn to the C's. Here you'll find Russell's contacts for the Cheesecake Central, Cupcake Crush and Chunky Monkey's ice cream outlet. But beyond these, you'll eventually hit celebrities selling homes. Now, Russell's chosen a celeb crib for us to sell. He's going to show us the pictures. We're going to have a guess and who it is. You ready to go, Regina? First time.
I am. Yep.
Built in 1961, above Coldwater Canyon, what a name, Los Angeles.
Oh,
The
I like that
80-year-old
house.
celebrity owner sold their Beverly Hills residence for $8.5 this year.
that's a really nice house.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gated residence with 4 bedrooms, and listen to this, 6 bathrooms, everything needed for daily beauty routines.
Sounds like a woman.
So 80-year-old, someone like Raquel Welch.
Suitable for Hollywood royalty, it mixes glitzy writs such as glass-walled elevator and eco-friendly features for the passionate environmentalist.
Oh, there's bongos down there. Is it a musician?
A collection of artifacts from exotic locations such as Nigeria and Hanoi adorn every room.
I got no
Hanoi?
idea.
Oh, Jane Fonda?
Jane Fonda.
Jake.
You fucking is Jane Fonda. Are you kidding?
Open main level living dining rooms. It's Barbarella herself.
Jane Fonda.
Well done. First, that's very... With rental reform shaking up the real estate industry, more people being forced into rental accommodation, and the banks putting the screws on property investors, just where does the current rental market stand? Regina, you started Melbourne's first dedicated property management company. What's the story out there?
Look, I don't think the changes are really going to have a huge impact. It's not going to come in until 2020. Most of the things they're talking about are probably going to benefit owners and occupiers. We don't want to be looking after a house where there's a liability that, you know, a tenant could potentially be hurt. We want our owners to look after the properties, and most of our owners want their tenants to be safe as well. And even if you think about the pets issue, people are talking about, oh, well, do I have to let a pet in? I've got owners now easing up, letting they're approving applicants that have got pets, because 1 in 67 homes has a pet. And a pet sometimes will do less damage than
I
children.
have issue with that, but we've
Discussed that exact same point.
But what about this 120-day rule for no reason for kicking out a potentially disruptive tenant to the neighbourhood?
That's one of the things that...
Explain that one more. I don't understand.
Well, you can't just simply say you're moving out after 120 days. We just want to get rid of you for no reason. You've got to have a reason. Well, that reason is you're a pain in the bloody ass, but you can't just say that.
But if they don't have a signed lease, you can give them a notice to vacate.
No, you can't. You actually want to have them on a lease to be able to say at the end of the lease, you're out. I agree with Russell. You've got to be able to move a tenant on that is disruptive.
So you're saying that change is not good?
That's probably not a good change.
Yeah.
I think what annoys me with this is that
A lot of things seem to annoy you, Russell.
property is always under target by the politicians trying to look good to these people.
Which people?
Electorate. To their electorate.
Do you agree with that? Do you think this is just rebranding?
Look,
something that's already pre-existing?
I think with most of these things, I've always had a saying that a law that's hard to enforce or impossible to enforce is a stupid law, and I think most of these laws, they're laws in name only, but you know, if someone doesn't want them to have a dog in their property, they'll find a reason not to have them in their property. I hate to admit it, but I think Russell's probably right.
And they've rushed it. They've tried to rush it through for the political vote.
You can't get that in writing, no.
Look, a good agent will still be careful about the tenant they select, and they'll actually do an induction with their tenant.
And check their history.
Yes.
I broke lease with you once, and you charged me like $500 to break lease.
Is that all?
That should be more, shouldn't it? Each week I get fed up with the real estate mediocrity on this panel. Nothing personal, Regina. Just first week, we'll see how mediocre you are. So I look forward to the special someone that can drag us out of the everyday and show us a different side to the real estate. And this is the person I award the banana. I didn't have it in my hand. Shut up, Clip.
So I'm on my way home from work and I've just had a text from the missus. Can I pick up another stairgate?
Another what?
Another what?
I've
Yeah,
already
baby cage.
got 4 stair gates.
Oh, stair gates.
4. This has cost me close to like 200 quid already. I ain't buying another stair gate. So this is the door in question. But see what I've done. Here we go, look. Right. All looks fine. Not really achieved anything. But hold on a minute. Yes, mate. Wait till she sees this. All smiles for now.
She doesn't look like she's going to be.
It's actually not bad.
Hi, babe.
What have you done to my door?
What?
What are you talking about?
Stair gate? Oh, door gate.
Oh my god. That is not a stair gate. What?
That's hysterical.
Anyway, the kid's the banana because the kid's too dumb to open doors. They put effects on some of the stuff I do. Ready? You want to do it with me? You want to give a go?
Yeah, no, you did it.
Sorry?
You did it.
No, you do it.
Ready?
Didn't work, sorry. And that's your show for this week. Look for us now on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you, panel. Especially you, Regina. How'd you like it?
Loved it. Thanks,
Good.
Tom.
Good to hear. Good to have you. And remember, enter the Property Entourage competition on our website and get this brains trust behind you. Well done, team. Hey, good job, champ.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
You're looking good.
Of course I am. I'm wearing a Chester Street.
Chester Street. Do you know the background of Chester? I'm wearing a Chester Street.
You're a couple Chesters getting it done.
Yeah, getting it
Hey,
done.
good to see you. Not a high five, go.
See, I'm not a high five, I'm more of a...
You're a bumper.
Yeah.
Chester Street feel guys are like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Cool
yeah.
like that.